I'm delighted to be here with Dr. Loretta Breuning.
Hi.
Your book was translated into Chinese in Taiwan and has sold very well.
Oh, good.
So as the author of this book, would you like to say hello and a few words to the reader in Taiwan?
Yes. Hi. Thank you so much for reading and understanding the book. Of course, you know that I'm talking about the universal core that's in all brains. And so I'm so happy when another country reads and understands the book, because it shows again that we all have the same universal core of our brain.
That's wonderful. So what inspired you to write this book?
Well, a couple of things. One is that I had studied academic social science and I believed it, and then it didn't work in my life. And I had my own children and I had thousands of students, and academic social science taught me that happiness is the natural default state, the automatic thing for humans. And it didn't seem that way to me. So that's why I started doing more research rather than just expecting everyone to be happy automatically. And then I found so much about the animal brain that explained how life was really very different from what I learned in academic psychology. And I was excited to talk about it, but my view of psychology was so different from other people that I would have to, talk a lot to explain it. And you can't just lecture to people. So that's why I had to write the book.
I'm glad you did. What benefit you yourself most from your observation of those 4 happy chemicals?
Well, first, to know that they're not meant to be on all the time. So if I don't feel great every minute, it's not a problem. It's like, I know that this is just natural. And even when I feel bad, to know that that bad feeling is a chemical that my body will get rid of in an hour. It's so great to know that it's just a chemical. It's not anything permanent, that it comes and goes. If I used to enjoy something and I don't enjoy it anymore, that's because the brain responds to variety. So we habituate to what we already have. And the simple word for that is we get bored, So even if I used to be excited about something and now I'm not anymore, I don't have to think about it as like an illness or a disorder, but it's the brain habituating. So that's why we need variety. We have to develop new interests all the time. So I'm always trying to give myself new interests. And also, I have to make a decision about where to invest my energy. So I only have a limited amount of energy, and I could do something that might stimulate more serotonin or something that might stimulate more oxytocin. So I get to make a choice, and instead of worrying about not having all of them, to be happy with my choice.
I really like your answers. Those are the highlights from your book that I really benefit from myself. You wrote it, and then how many languages has been translated to?
12, I think, 12 at least.
Which one is the first language it's translated to?
The first one that was commercially published was Russian. And Russian is the only country that has published all 4 of my commercially published books. I have in Persian, the language of Iran, too, and it's a big following there too.
Wow! So they have book club, things like that.
Yeah, I think I'm not really sure how it spread.
So do you plan to visit all these readers in different countries?
Well, I do. I love to, and I would love to visit Taiwan.
Is there any afterthought of ideas that you would like to add to this book, or do you have any plan to write a sequel to this book?
Sure. Well, when people ask me for afterthoughts, I always talk about social comparison, because this is the biggest issue on our minds today. And people don't understand that the reason social comparison is so powerful is because all of our other needs are met. We have everything else, and we don't realize that that's why we get so frustrated about small differences, because we have all this energy and we're not spending it looking for food and water like our ancestors did. So we spend this energy upsetting ourselves about small differences in social comparison. Like I said, it's just that we're wasting more energy on it. Mm-hmm. And it's so important with social comparison to know that you are doing it inside your own brain, because many people think other people are judging me. And when you know that you're doing it inside your own brain, then you have control over it. If you don't know that you're doing it, then you blame other people. You blame it on other people and you feel powerless. But when you know that you're doing it, then you feel your own power to redirect it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Breuning, and for sharing your wonderful thoughts with us. So happy that you wrote this book, and we look forward to reading more of your book.
Thank you so much for your great questions. It was a pleasure.